Thank you, and thank you all for coming out today. It's really a pleasure, and I'll tell you exactly why, and there are multiple reasons. You know, some people say this is a new idea, it's a big idea, it's a radical idea. I got to tell you, it's not so radical. In fact, about 6 or 7 years ago, 8 years ago, the state of Maryland, that body, that legislature, voted to say that by 2022, 20% of our energy had to come from renewables. It was the law of the state. And then about 5 years ago or so, we passed a Global Warming Solutions Act that said, and again it was voted by a majority in both chambers, became law, that we would reduce our greenhouse gas emissions. What is the issue before us today? Wind energy, turbines 10.5, 11 miles off of Ocean City, is not a radical idea. It's an idea that we have to do to ensure that we get renewable portfolio and stay within the Maryland law. I mean, this is something we have to do that this body has said you must do. So this is not some, far-reaching kind of idea that fell from the sky. It is the logical next step of earlier steps this legislature has taken over the last 10 years. You're on the right side of history. We're going to make history. Are you with me? Yeah! Now, I have to tell you, I love to see young people. I was young once. I had more hair and I was a little younger. But my first bit of activism was as like you, in college, protesting, demonstrating against an unpopular war. And that's where I learned about street heat, of organizing at the grassroots level, of building a momentum so strong that people have no other choice but to go along with the momentum. We have a legislature, and at the end of the day, votes are taken. But people decide those votes when they look around in their district, to voters, to students, to society in general. And you can help shape that. Grassroots development and encouragement is key to passing legislation here. Unfortunately, this body, it's a great body, been a part of it a long time, doesn't always lead the populace. Sometimes, on some issues, it tails the populace. And clearly, the populace has spoken. They want clean, renewable energy. And just as, like you, I started getting involved in more colleges than high school. Even in the past year, I joined with some of you, with Mike Tidwell and some others, in front of the White House when he said the Keystone Pipeline wasn't the right way to go. And because of those protests, those demonstrations, and yes, some arrests, we got the message across to the President of the United States, and President Obama said, it's not time for the Keystone Pipeline. My point is, you got to be involved, you got to stay active, you have to do what you have to do to get your point across. Let's win this one, let's have wind power. Thank you.